Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy BurkCrown88 coming to the YouTube video, and today is going to be the rundown of the last week. But before we get into that, NHL has just dropped, or EA Sports NHL has just dropped the Chel week we are going to be getting. It looks like puck drop, we are getting Gabriel Landeskog, Mark Scheifele, and Lane Hutson will be the three cards we are getting for the Chel week, and this is to celebrate the kickoff of the season. On top of that, we are getting a breakdown of the week where we are getting 4 objectives, 2 sets to complete, and we've got an objective list where we have complete all 4 objectives to get an 82 overall card, which is compete in games in either Hut Champs, CC, or Ranked, and then 40 hits with Chel Week players, 20 goals, and completing games as well with Chel Week players. So those are the objectives we're getting, plus we're getting moment drops where you're getting hits with Seth Jones, you're getting shots, assists, and score goals. And that'll get you 79 overalls and 82s. So that is good rewards for upcoming events where we think cards are going to 86, so you'll need 79s to build them. But Seth Jones, Lane Hutson, Mark Scheifele, and Landeskog are going to be your Chel Week players. We've seen this last week. I'm pretty sure, without even seeing what the cards look like, we'll have to check them out, but I'm pretty sure Lane Hutson will probably be the most voted one. If it's not Lane Hutson, it's probably going to be Gabriel Landeskog. So we'll have to wait and see what those cards look like. And then coming at Tuesday, we're getting the sophomores, which is going to be Cutter Gauthier, Logan Stankoven, and Marco Kasper. Now, this is going to bring in a 5 salary boost of American, Canadian, and an Austrian player. People are probably going to go ham over Marco Rossi, which, by the way, given a Kasper's coming and he's better than the Team of the Week Rossi, I would probably not pay a ridiculous price for that, because with this being out for a couple of minutes now, the price has already skyrocketed. Guaranteed. People see that $5 million salary bonus, they're going to jump on it. Plus, if you can mix a lineup combination to get AP, Marco Rossi's going to skyrocket through the roof. Don't fall for it. If you get the Casper or any of that, do it. 5 salary is a huge addition as well to let you make your team better. But be mindful of how the market is going to skyrocket and then slowly come back down. And then Wednesday, we get collect and receive. We got Dakota Joshua, Jeremy Lazone, and Anthony Bouvier. If you collect all 3 of those, you will receive a, mystery, whatever. We'll have to see who that player is. But if you collect all 3 of those, you will get something in return. That is going to be on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we get another Spotlight player. We've seen this with Spotlight Sam Bennett, where, they can be challenging moments from time to time, but they give us a little information about this Spotlight player. One of Europeans' brightest stars. This player made waves in the WHL before entering in the big leagues. Since then, racked up nearly every trophy. Oh, this is Leon Draisaitl. So we're getting Leon Draisaitl as the Spotlight player. This description is Leon Draisaitl, 100%. And then the +1 will go to the player voted. That will end Friday. So get your vote in on whoever you want. Like I said, I can imagine with how popular the Montreal fan base is, Lane Hutson will win this vote. But if you don't want it to be Lane, make sure you get your votes in, because it's going to be important. You're going to have to take on that Montreal number, and that's going to be the only way it happens. So that's that. But with that all being said, guys, let's get into this past week and what happened. So first thing that happened was Hut Champs. Hut Champs came out, the rewards were being processed, and it took a day to get rewards. So if you're wondering why you didn't get your rewards right away, there was something that happened and EA had to manually give out the rewards because something happened with people being able to play more than 20 games and, the leaderboard's not working or being correct, so they had to change it and fix whatever they had going on. So that was what happened with Hut Champs and why we didn't get our rewards, and they didn't have a section for you to claim your rewards. They just went right to your inbox. So if you haven't gotten your rewards yet or you haven't looked, they're probably in your unopened packs. Go check that out. And then in the store, there was a pack for 15,000 coins for the 1-day inconvenience or the 1-day mess up of you not getting your rewards, is essentially what I thought that was, because it said Hut Champs coins. So That's what that was. Hut Champs rewards should be back up and working properly. We'll have to wait and see after they're done processing when Wednesday comes around. We got more collectibles last week for Fantasy. We didn't get any more other than the 2 available 16s, and Fantasy ends in 1 day and 4 hours. So I have built up some packs. Hopefully I can pull a Fantasy. If I can't, hopefully I get enough to help me build Morgan Riley. I wanted to have a little bit of fun. Last week, everybody seems to be slowly building the meta teams. And when I mean meta teams, it's not the best cards. Meta teams as in getting the Chicago, the Anaheim, and the Colorado line, or lines that give you a bunch of AP. Everyone has kind of drifted that way, so I wanted to get away from that, have a little fun, so I went to a Toronto theme team. I'm not going to run a Toronto theme team all year. I'm just going to do it right now while I have some fun getting into the end of the season. Now, as for ranked, we still got the silver bottleneck happening. It is still a pretty crazy scene with how many people are stuck in silver and gold, and I have still only been to the highest as gold 3. I had gold 3, 3 squares, couldn't get into gold 4, and I spend my last week playing a bunch of ranked games, going from silver to gold, and not gonna lie, silver players and gold players are very equal in skill. It's just who's stringing together wins. So ranked still has that going on, where the bottleneck still appears to be silver 3, gold 1. If you have gotten past that gold and you have gotten into platinum, you are in like top 900 players, because people are stuck still in that silver and gold category. But that is the update on the week of ranked. We're still battling that bottleneck of silver and gold. But guys, we still have 46 days left in the season. It will slowly progress. It's just super frustrating right now being hard stuck when you want to move on. As for Cup Chase, it is still going to be your best way of getting rewards, as it is the only thing that rewards you constantly off of just playing the game. So Cup Chase, you can go in, play 20 games, get yourself 3 packs, 22 games, get yourself 3 packs, and be done it fairly quickly, and hopefully get something big out of those 3 packs. But as for ranked, it doesn't really give you anything as of right now. I'm hoping that changes, but last week we didn't see any change in ranked. Not for games played, not for anything. So ranked is still going to be the worst way to just earn rewards in this game. So it is going to still continuously push people out of playing the game mode, as it doesn't reward you for your time. And then as for Hut Champs isn't bad. It gives you a stack of collectibles, as we seen last week. You get an absolute stack of collectibles to take and build sets, which what we seen from last week, when Wednesday hits, this is something to keep note of. It's something that we're used to with weekly rewards in the past. Keep an eye on the auction house and what pack people are opening. 83s were a lot. 82s, 83s were a lot of packs being pulled out of Hut Champs rewards, and that dropped the price of 83s on the auction house. So keep an eye on the auction house, as that is something that we're going to see, as the season and the year goes on. Every Wednesday, the price of cards are going to dip because people get the rewards, they rip packs, and they immediately sell to get their coins. So keep an eye on the auction house. Wednesday at around 5:30, 6 o'clock may be the appropriate time to buy cards if you're looking to flip them or get somebody for cheap. Lineup combos are something they've been adding slowly, but they need to add more of them. We've seen they added for salary fantasy, and that was great, but we need more lineup combinations. There's nothing more fun for people than when they can dive in. So we're noticing they're adding them, but we need more combos. Maybe 2 combos get added a week, or more event combos get added, or they figure out something to get more and more lineup combos in, so people have more flexibility to create different lineups. Because what we're seeing right now isn't meta top-end teams, but we're seeing meta teams based around lineup combos. And if they just give us more options, or maybe don't cap options, right? Like, instead of giving us 3 options that are 2 overall, why can't every single option here be 2 overall? So then people can look at St. Louis, Florida, and Ottawa at the same level as 3 Ducks or Czech, Colorado, Sweden. That's something we need to see changed, because we're really seeing over this last week the lineup combinations really condensing down into what people are using. And that would be a long way to go. And then people aren't building. We're not seeing too many salary cap options because 1 million and 2 million does nothing for you, which we just noticed from Chel Week. They're giving you a $5 million salary bonus. So they're noticing that the 2 million, the 1 million, that doesn't do anything for you. And hopefully next season, we see more of a salary increase. I think all of these combinations are great, but I think they need to give 4 or 5 million at least. And I think we need all of the lineup combinations to be balanced. I don't think we need to separate them because that just makes people go to one over the other, right? 5 AP for Toronto, Edmonton, and the Rangers is great, and they do it the entire way through, where you get your team combos, they're all 5 AP. And then you get a bonus if you can find Canadians from those teams, right? The way they did AP is perfect. Do it for overall as well, where every single one of them's the same, and then maybe down at the bottom you have, Sweden, 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 or Sweden, Canada, Germany, and it's like if you get the +2 combination of 3 ducks with those nations, that would be a very tight fit, but it gives you that extra bonus. So I think the boosts need to all be the same as the value of them. Like there shouldn't be any separators is what I'm getting at here. But we're really noticing with these lineup combinations, people are all drifting towards the same team, and I think that needs to be addressed. And then finally, wild card. We do have wild cards in here. Are we going to be able to get them out into actual hut? That's one thing we're going to be waiting to see. Can we get wild card event where we get cheaper cards into Hockey Ultimate Team so they can save us salary as well? Or maybe if you pair up 3 wild cards in your actual roster, you get money for your boosts as well. But we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. But unfortunately, guys, it wasn't a huge eventful week. Yes, we got Chel Week coming up, which I will talk about again later on, how that all pans out when we see the cards and everything. And then we got fantasy and everything like that. And we're still waiting for that bottleneck to move. So as of right now, if you're looking for the update on the bottleneck of ranked, it's still in silver and gold. And if you were looking for an update on champs, that is why it was delayed. Something happened with the leaderboard and they moved on. So that is the update for the week, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. But keep an eye out on that Marco Rossi because he is going to skyrocket on the market. If you have one, maybe sell him. But if you want to buy one, I would hold off. Until next time, guys. Ciao, ciao.